let's find our comfortable seat. Close your eyes. Take that moment. Take the shoulders up by your ears, back and down. Feel like your collarbones stretch so the width of your chest expands. And you can have your palms facing up anywhere on your lap. And if you lean back very slightly, almost as this imaginary wall was supporting you, you'll feel that the crown of your head reaches up towards the sky. The sitting bones root down into the ground. And we find this, it takes more consciousness, right, than effort. And as you connect with your breath without trying to control or manipulate it, just observe and see if maybe you can elongate both the inhale and the exhale. Release your morning. Whether you just rolled out of bed or you've been up for several hours, it's in your past. And whatever is coming after this precious time we spend together is a part of the future. So bring the hands now into heart center. Bow the chin to your fingertips. Maybe adding to the intention. Maybe it's crystal clear. And maybe you have one of your own. Maybe you want to dedicate this practice to someone who could really use it. And then gently open the eyes. You can release your prayer hands all the way up to the heavens above you. Open the arms. And then exhale, take them by your side. Let's do it 2 more times just like that. As you inhale, we draw in positivity. And as you exhale, eliminating all negativity. And one more time, breathing in abundance and health and whatever you wish to manifest. And as you exhale, push away anything that does not follow, does not in alignment. And then we're going to take a spinal twist. Left hand, right thigh. The right arm comes behind you. I'm going to turn so you can see. It's a spider finger or a flat palm, right? If you have really long arms, a flat palm feels nice. You can twist, look over that right shoulder. Maybe you want a little bend in the elbow and a spidey finger. Main thing is if the hand is out wide, try to walk it in so it's nice and close to that tailbone. And then double helix. Your chin's just going to look over that left shoulder. It gets a nice stretch on the right side of your neck. Beautiful. And then come to center. We'll switch. So right hand, left knee, left arm comes behind you. Nothing too aggressive, okay? It's the first twist in the morning. Exhale, look over left shoulder. Again, inhale, grow nice and tall. And as the exhale happens, let it come through the upper back, the thoracic spine. And then double helix, the chin looks over that right shoulder. And then we come back to center. So for those that are in half lotus or cross-leg position, all you're going to do is switch, okay? If you're in your heroes or Badakanasana, you stay the same. Now I want you to start to fold over your lap. Some of you will come down with your hands. Some of you onto the forearms. If you do have your prop nearby, you can take any block or bolster in front of you and then melt. Feeling some sensation maybe in the outer hips or the low back. Just where do you store tension? Relaxing the jaw. And if it feels safe, you can start to use your Ujjayi breath in and out through the nose. It will create a little more heat as we flow today. And then we'll take a walk over to the right. So think about the belly folding over the thigh. And then think about the left sits bone rooting down. So the more you root, the deeper the stretch. You can even walk the fingers further away from you. Really open up the side body. And then come back to center. Just walk it over to the left. And as much or a little as you want. If you push into the hands, you could root this right sits bone. Maybe right ear rests on the arm. You can go a little wider. Spidey fingers lengthen through the side body. Just feeling good. Noticing what the yoga has already begun to do for you. Mind, body, soul. Then come back to center. Let's find our tabletop. Take your time. Unravel those legs. Wrists are going to line up underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. We'll take 3 cat-cow stretches. So on an inhale, we tuck the toes. We arch the back as we gaze up. You can even shake your tail feather here a little bit. And then exhale, tops of the feet come down, round and hunch. Look towards your belly. Inhale again, arch, lift, expansion. And then exhale, round, tuck in and protect yourself. Protect your energy. And then one more time, inhale, arch. Maybe think about pushing the mat back. And as you exhale, round, think about pushing the mat forward. And then find neutral here. Shoulder stretch, right arm is gonna reach out and up. Take it through, thread the needle, right ear comes down. You could keep the left hand where it is. You could half bind it. You could tuck your left toes, straighten that left leg. And then if you want to play with balance, you could lift the leg so it's hip height. Really root into the 5 fingernails that are touching the earth. And then slowly release, the knee comes down. Left hand then frames the face, unravel right arm. Exhale, take it down. Let's do the left arm, reach it up, open. Exhale, thread it through, left ear comes down. So some days I like to just chill here. Other days I like to go for half bind, wrap it, reach for the left hip pocket. You could extend that right leg, keeping the toes on the earth. Or if you lift it, think about rooting into the top of the left foot and the shin. The more foundation we have, the more confidence we have to catch our fall. And then slowly release, the knee comes down. Right hand then frames the face, left arm up. Exhale, take it down. Okay, from here, a little core work. We're gonna extend that right arm forward. Think about biceps staying in line with your ear. My level 1s, you're gonna tuck your left toes, straighten that left leg. Level 2, you're gonna lift the leg so it's hip height, okay? Pull that lower belly up and in so you engage the core. And then we're gonna take our elbow and knee underneath, tap, exhale, extend. Good, 2 more like that, tap, exhale, extend. Creating a little tapas, little heat, 1 more time. Now hold the extension, bend left leg, and with your right hand, see if you can find that ankle or foot. If you get it, you can kick into the leg, maybe looking up, open this right shoulder. And then take a screenshot of this moment, because it's gonna sound familiar. It's gonna feel familiar when we come to it towards the end of practice. All right, release. Arm forward, leg back, hand down, knee down. Let's try side 2. Left arm extends, thumb facing up. Right toes can tuck, you can keep the leg on the ground. Or you can elevate it hip height, but make sure the toes point down and then pull the pit of your belly up and in. Good, knee and elbow underneath torso, tap. Exhale, extend. 2 more just like that. Exhale, take it back. 1 more time. Now hold, bend right leg, and with your left hand, see if you can find that foot or ankle. So if the balance is wobbly, continue to look down towards right thumb. If you've got this, look up, kick up, find that back bend, that shoulder opener. Oh, so good. And then with grace, not like a slingshot, extend, hand down, knee down, child's pose. Knees open up, the hips go back, melt that forehead down. If you need a little support, you can make 2 fists, you can make a little pillow. If you want more, lift the forearms, come to spidey fingers. See how much space you can create in the side of your waist. All the while you're pressing your hips back towards the heels. Alrighty, from here, all 4s, we're gonna find our first down dog. So tucking the toes, lift the hips. We're gonna take a turbo dog for the first one where the knees are gonna stay bent. Relax your jaw, shake your head no, and yes. And then take your cute little dog for a walk by straightening through the right leg. And then bend the right knee, straighten through the left. Just see what body showed up today, right? It's a new experience every time we roll out our mat. Whether it's been a long time since you've practiced, whether it's only been a day, your body will never show up in the same way. All right, let's shift forward into plank. It's a good way to test alignment. Some of us move our hands forward. So we want a nice long stance so that when you lift your hips up and back, this is how it should be. Even if the heels don't touch the earth, that's okay. It's a cue of energy of the shin bones pressing back, heels pressing down, thighs reaching back, belly reaching back. And then you're gonna look up towards your hands. First one, let's just take a baby step. So tipping toe, feet all the way to your hands. Feet or hips with distance apart. Just grab opposite elbows here and hang. Little sway side to side. Open that lower back. Relax the shoulders here. Find some stillness. Release the elbows. Keep the knees soft. 1 vertebra at a time. We're going to roll up. Pushing down into the feet. Unfurl the spine. Shoulders up, back, and down. Say your namaskara. A. Toes come together. Mountain pose. Here we go. As you inhale, arms reach up. Salute the sun. As you exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Hands can come to the earth or to the shins. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. So think about the crown of the head reaching forward as the tailbone reaches back. Exhale, hands frame the feet. You're going to step back, plank pose. So level 1, we can lower to the belly. My level 2s feel good to take Chaturanga. Either Cobra or up dog. So for my Cobra people, tops of the feet stay down, hands in line with the chest. For up dog, we straighten out the arms, lift the thighs. Beautiful. Downward facing dog. All right, starting to get a little warm, right? We haven't even really done any standing poses yet, but this is the beauty. Even if you catch a glimpse where there's non-thought, right? No thought on what's happening. We are just being here in the moment. Find the pause. Take one more inhale. Empty out the lungs and then look to the front of your mat. Your choice. You could take the baby steps. You could lunge, or if you're ready, you can jump your feet to your hands. Any way you do it is nice and light. As you inhale, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, fold forward. Reverse swan. So now we lead with a flat back as we rise. And then take the arms by your side. All right, a little more side stretch. You can open your feet hip width distance apart. On an inhale, reach your arms up. Let your palms face forward. Right hand takes left wrist. Take chin mudra, thumb and pointer together on the left hand. And then take a side stretch to the right. Take a peek under that left arm. How much length can you find? So really pull with that hand that's on the wrist. Ah, so beautiful. Tilt the ears back. And then come to center and switch. Left hand, right wrist, chin mudra, energy seal, lengthen. Exhale, take it to the left, hips go to the right. Pull the right shoulder back, gaze under that right arm. And while this left hand is holding on, you may as well get that extension. Tilt the ears back, falling apart. And then inhale back to center, release your arms. Now we're gonna lace the hands behind the back. Some of you, palms will touch. Others, it's okay for the hands to separate. As you inhale, lengthen, maybe find a little back bend so that when you hinge forward, we're not just awakening the hamstrings, but the shoulders. So think about holding a pencil between the backs of the shoulder blades. Reaching the arms up. Relax your jaw here. Keep a soft face. One more breath. Now keep the arms bound with a flat back again. Rise. Beautiful. Release the arms, toes back together. Chair pose. Hips are going to sink down. Fingers brush the ground, and then you inhale and the arms are going to reach up. So here you always want to make sure you can see all 10 of your toes. Maybe you lift them and reroute them. Now instead of flaring the sit bones, it's a slight pelvic tuck. So Uddiyana Bandha. Take one more inhale, reach the arms higher, and then exhale, forward fold, let that go. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, root your hands. You could step or jump back, plank, high to low push-up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And then exhale, down dog. All right, right leg's gonna reach up and back. Open, bend, and stretch. Take the heel to the left glute. Look under that right arm. Keep rooting the left heel. Feels good. Look under the left arm. It's gonna square the shoulder. And then extend the right leg back, square the hip, look forward. Right foot's gonna step to the right thumb, release the left knee to your mat. Release the top of the foot, bring your hands on the right thigh, peel the torso up. So my level 1s were good here. Psoas is getting a nice stretch. Level 2, arms reach up. My level 3s, you could goal post or bind behind the back, right? So the knuckles reach down that left thigh, lift the chest. And then bring the hands to the inside of your right foot. Let's heel toe the right foot to the edge of our yoga mat. So you could stay here for your lizard. You could also drop to your forearms. Main thing here is keep leading with your heart. You could stay here, add in the twist. Left hand reaches for the right ankle, so the left forearm is parallel. Right hand could come to the thigh, take a peek over the shoulder. And then final option, you could bend the left foot, knee, so that the right hand could draw the heel to the glute for quad stretch. And then if you want twisted monkey, you can kick into the leg, lean a little bit back. All the feels, right? All right, rewinding all this, we're gonna find half Hanuman, half split. So the right foot heel toes so that the feet would be hips distance apart if you step forward. The right leg's gonna extend. And then all you need to do to feel the stretch is bend at the elbows. We're stretching the right hamstring. Keep flexing the foot. If you have a different expression, full split, or you like to come into your thunderbolt, as long as your right hamstring is getting the stretch, I'm good with where you are. That is our goal. All right, re-engage your lunge. Coming out of that, left toe tucks, left knee lifts. We're gonna step it back. Chaturanga, halfway or all the way down. Inhale, back bend of choice. And then exhale, take it back. Left side, here we go. Open, bend, and stretch. You can take the heel to the right glute. Maybe look under that left arm as the toes keep pressing to the right. And then square it off. So look under that right shoulder. Extend the left leg hip height behind you. And then look forward, left foot to the left thumb. So everything's done with intention, nice and light. Releasing the top of the right foot. Again, level 1, hands on that thigh. Level 2, arms reach up. Level 3, goalpost. Football Sunday, right? Got college football today. Interlace your fingers. You can also run the knuckles down the back thigh. So opening up all the nooks and crannies. So we feel good. The energy will rise. Hands inside left foot. Heel toe the left foot to the edge of your yoga mat. So you can stay on your hands if you're feeling enough. You could come down to your forearms. Again, always use your props as needed. You could add in twist, right hand, left ankle, left hand to the thigh. Look over left shoulder. You can bend the back leg, left hand reaches in. So the first one, we draw the heel to the glute. That's your quad, right? And then if you want to kick the leg back, you can open up for a little more twist. And then to release, heel toe left foot back, so the hip distance apart. Extend left leg. Half Hanuman, half split. So all you have to do is bend the elbows, hinge from the hips. So the left one pulls back and this right one comes forward. It keeps it square. Hug this quadricep onto the bone. And again, any more expression, you could use your prop. You could come back to thunderbolt. And then re-engage that lunge. Hands frame, left foot, right toe tuck. Step it back. This is all core here. Lower down halfway or all the way. Inhale, back bend of choice. Exhale, down dog. All right, feeling good? Ready for our first warrior. Right leg extends. Step the right foot to your right thumb. Left foot pivots flat 45 degrees. And on an inhale, we rise. So hips are square to the front. Bending deeply into that right knee so it tracks right over that right ankle. And then really lengthen through the side body and open your hands. They're an expression of your heart. So if we're looking for the good, we lead with the heart. Take one more inhale, and then exhale, hands frame the right foot. Step back and hold. We're gonna take side plank to the right. So right hand to the center. You can modify by dropping your knee or stacking your feet, one foot in front of the other. You can extend bicep over ear. Whatever's touching the ground, push down so you could lift your hips an inch higher. Final breath. And then release. Hand down, work it through. Strong practice. Find back bend of choice. And then exhale, dog. Left leg rises. Step it through, warrior one. Left foot, left hand. Right foot 45 degrees. On an inhale, reach those arms. So you've got 5 breaths here. We root into the edge of that back foot so the inner arch lifts. The hips shine forward. And then we lengthen and reach. Energy shooting up here in all directions. Left knee tracks a little more so it's over that ankle. Final breath. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Step back. Side plank. Left hand under left shoulder. You pivot to the right. Right arm reaches up. You could stay here. You could extend bicep over ear. Whatever's touching the ground, really push down. So you lift the hips an inch higher. There it is. And then look down, hand down. We're going to lower to the belly. So Chaturanga, take your left ear to the mat, look right. And just let your arms come down by your side and just let everything go. Feel your heartbeat. You are alive. Smooth out the breath. And know that everything you need is right here. Okay, 2 back bends here. First one, Shalabhasana. So you can bring your chin or forehead to the center of the mat. You're gonna lace your hands behind your back. And then as you inhale, I want you to lift your chest, lift your arms, and then lift the legs. So you're opening up. Spread through the toes. One more breath, lift up. Exhale, right ear to the mat. Look left, arms by your side. Your toes can come together as the heels splay open. All right, number 2, here we go. You can come to your Sphinx pose if you wish, okay? We're gonna aim for a boat. So right hand reaches back for that right foot. So this is your half bow. If you want more, lean to the right. See if the left hand could find that left ankle. And then from here, we're gonna kick into the legs, lifting the chest. One more breath, kick up. And then exhale, release. Let's take a child's pose. Knees come together, heels come together, arms rest back by your sides. If you prefer, you can also sit in kneeling pose, taking the right hand on your lap and the left hand on top. Oh my goodness, time is flying by. I've got to get you to your peak pose and we're going to cool it down. Take one more inhale. Let's take an open mouth exhale, release. And as you're ready, we'll meet in down dog. So every vinyasa is now optional if you haven't been skipping already. Remember, this is all levels, so you do you. All right, right leg is gonna rise. We're gonna step it through for warrior 2 pose. So it's a heel to arch alignment. Left arm picks you up and you're opening your arms out like wings. So that left wrist is directly over the ankle and then the right wrist is over the right ankle. And the knee tracks towards the second or third toe. Gaze is out over that right middle finger. And then we're gonna come to side angle. So your right arm, right thigh, left arm reaches up, my level 1s. My level 2s, bicep over ear, right hand could release down. My level 3s, half or full bind. Left arm behind your back and this right arm can come underneath that thigh. If you're feeling like playful, you can either straighten that leg or you can come to your birds of paradise. Walk your left foot in, transfer all the weight in the left leg, stay bound in the right, and come to standing. Yeah, managing the fluctuations. You could stay here, or you could extend that right leg out. Oh yeah. We meet back, warrior 2, and then reverse. Left arm down the back leg, the right arm reaches up. I love a bind here, maybe left arm behind the back. This helps you remember to keep bending that right knee as you find extension, either looking up or you can look down to the back foot. Warrior 2, straighten your front leg, bring your hands on your hips, turn the right foot in for Parsarita. So the edges of your feet are in line with the edges of your mat. We're gonna hinge forward, cool it off for a moment before we do the second step. Releasing the hands in line with your feet. If you want a little more today, turn your fingers to face behind you. Start to walk yourself through so the crown of the head lowers down. Again, equal weight in all 4 corners of the feet, the heel, the outer edges, and the balls of the feet. Inner arches lift. When you're ready to release, walk the hands in front of you. Bring the hands onto your hips, and with a flat back, we come up. Warrior 2, left side. So all you have to do is turn your left foot out, heel to arch alignment again. Bend deeply into that left knee. So this is the first time we're in external rotation today. And then we extend the arms. Tendency when I see students is to lean forward. So I want you to think about that right wrist lighting up over the heel. There you go. And then we look over that left finger. Lower belly still drawing up and in. And the knee tracks towards the middle toe. Strong pose, but all warriors are passionate about something. So what are you passionate about? Like my shirt says, I'm choosing love, right? Left forearm, left thigh, side angle. Right arm reaches up, level 1. Level 2, bicep over ear. Level 3, left hand can come down. Maybe this is where you use your block, okay? Different styles of yoga, it doesn't matter inside or outside the foot. If it's Ashtanga versus Iyengar, right? So, and then you could bind it, right arm behind your back. This left arm can come underneath. Find the fingers. If You get the bind, chest is not down, it's facing up. Again, you could straighten that front leg, that gives you more of an oomph. You can walk your right foot in, birds of paradise. You have to find something in front of you that's not moving. And then you trust the right leg, that's the foundation pose. From here, you can extend the left leg. For 3, 2, and 1. Release, meet back, warrior 2 pose. Right arm picks you up. And then straighten that front leg, hands on your hips, pivot the left foot in. So hinge forward again. This time, yogi's choice. You could do peace sign, fingers around your big toes, fold in, bend the elbows. If you've got your headstand in practice, you're going to take your hands and create a tripod. So the crown of the head comes down, the hands are slightly back, and you start to come to the toes, so the heels lift. Keeping your chaturanga arm, you draw the legs in towards each other. If you want to lace your hands, whatever you'd like to do, if you're in your fold, whenever you're ready to release, feet come down. Inhale, lengthen that chest. Exhale, hinge down. Bringing the hands onto your hips with a flat back. Let's rise. Beautiful. From here, we're going to find our peak pose. All right. There we go. So, anybody have a clue what it is? I gave you some hints with our back bend and our arch. We're going to come to King Dancer. So some of you will want to step off your yoga mat, maybe find a piece of furniture or a wall. Some of you are good to keep on your mat. What we're going to do is we're going to transfer all the weight into the left leg. We're going to reach our right arm out like we're going to hitchhike. And then from here, you reach for the inner arch of your foot. The knees can stay together. So some of you, this is already challenging, right? We're balancing on one foot. Left arm will reach up. And then we're going to hinge from the hip. Trying to get the chest parallel to the ground. Once you've got that, you can kick into that right leg. Think about the toes coming over the crown of your head like a little crown. You could take a chin mudra with the left hand like we did in the beginning of class. This is your screenshot moment, last breath. And then slowly come down. How'd we do? We got a second side. So again, if you're by your wall, you can hold on to your wall. Sometimes you'll even get more extension by using your furniture or wall, right? Because you can really kick up and not worry so much about the balance. So it just depends. What are you working on? More sensation or the balance? So right leg, left hand up. We're going to reach for that inner arch. So staying here, already balancing on this right leg, right arm extends. This may be your work. As you start to trust the universe, yourself, you hinge. Kick into that left leg like your half bow. Maybe chin mudra on the right hand, thumb and pointer. Keep kicking into the leg. One more deep breath in, final expression. And then to release, foot down, hand down. All right, chair pose. We're going to neutralize, toes together. 3 breaths here, adding in a little bit of a twist. Sink the hips a little lower. Bring your hands to heart center. Your pinkies come towards your knees, so it's a nice flat back. Left elbow is going to hook outside that right thigh. Thumbs press at heart center. Any expression here, some of you are going to exalt. If you're practicing side crow, you're going to bring your hands to the right. You're going to think about hooking your right elbow in the right hip and then the left elbow to the knee. You're going to transfer the weight forward. You can lift one foot or both feet up. It's the cutest little arm balance, and it's a good one for your first one. And then slowly let everything go. Just hang forward, feet, hips distance apart. You can take Badakanasana, bringing the soles of the feet and hands to connect. So the whole hand slides under, toes to the wrists. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. It's really good after the planks and the down dogs to just give the wrists a little bit of love. If you want, bend your elbows to the sides of the room. A little more expression. Think about lifting the sitting bones and transferring the weight into your 10 toes. And then to release, your toes are going to come together. Chair pose again. Second side, we're going to stretch it out, I promise. So your fingers can come down to the knees to create that flat back. Right elbow outside left thigh. Keep pressing your hands together, but keep your thumbs at the sternum. You could exalt. You could take your side crow, bringing the hands to the sides of your mat. think of Chaturanga arm, and if you're nervous, put a pillow underneath you. So if you face plant, you're very close to the ground, right? So you transfer, you lift one foot, you lift both, and then one day you can become a break dancer, right? And extend left leg forward and right one back. Release, forward fold, let it go. This will be your final vinyasa. So as you inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, root your hands, jump, step, walk back, your choice. Inhale, and then exhale, pull it back. Pigeon pose, right leg. Right knee's gonna slide behind that right wrist, release your shin. If you prefer to do this on your back, you'll do your figure 4. If you wanna put any props under this right sit bone, lengthen and then just hinge. Belly, chest, and forehead, let this go. A full minute. First time we're really hitting the pause button in this flow. So just notice. You feeling good? And remember that the work here is to focus on the good. It doesn't matter if you've gotten every of the hard, challenging poses. We all come to the mat for different things, so can you get something good out of this experience? The fact that you showed up and carved this time out tells me you can. We come to yoga to feel good. Not just physically, but energetically and mentally too. So you could thread the arm through. You could do right arm behind your back if you want, thread the needle. You could also keep it passive. Sometimes I like to take the left ear to the mat and just let the arms come down by the side. It's your final 3 breaths. Just feeling the opening, this right outer hip. Pumping loads of oxygen in, and as we release, the carbon dioxide exits. So you can come out, you could do a 3-leg dog. If you want a little more quad stretch, you can bend the left foot back. And with your right hand, you could reach back, maybe with the left hand, shoulder open, or if you kick into it. If you're aiming for mermaid, you draw the left toes, I'm gonna turn so you can see me, to the left crease of the elbow. Bring the right heel to the groin. And then this right arm could reach up and maybe you can find the fingers. And it may not be this lifetime, that's fine, right? No confetti falls from the sky when we master a pose. It just means there's more work to be done. So if you want to come back, you could do your 3-leg dog. Some of you like to flip, look under left arm, let your right foot come behind you. So this knee stays bent, you're on the ball of the foot, and the right arm reaches up like a rainbow. And then you could take it back and just take it for a walk. Notice how you feel. And then left leg rises, pigeon pose. So left knee behind left wrist, release your shin, release that right leg back. So first few breaths, you may want to stay upright. If you prefer to be on your back, figure 4 is your alternative. And then when you're ready, you're gonna melt. Noticing how this side, our feminine side, right, the left side compares to the right. And the goal is to find our harmony. So there's no good side and bad side. We spend time working through the tension that the body's remembered. And when we dissolve that, we can then open ourselves up for the gifts coming into our life. I know the thoughts usually go off here. So just get to know yourself. What's your tendency? You're looking forward, ahead. Because you can have an outline, but you'll never know for certain, right? Life throws us these curveballs. If you want to thread the needle, the right arm will come through so the left arm wraps around. Or if you want to keep it passive in these last 3 breaths, just let your arms come by your sides, tops the hands rest outside the hips, palms are up, right ear to the mat so you're looking left. So this left hip is just getting some love. Filling your cup up so you can run it over to be there for everybody else. And just like the other side, if you're ready to release, 3-leg dog. If you want to take your shoulder stretch, bend the right heel in, reach back, or let the toes come to the elbow crease. Left heel draws in, left arm reaches up, and you can find your bind leaning back into that left arm. Taking it back. If you want to flip your dog, look behind right shoulder. Let the left foot come down. Keep the heel elevated. Rainbow lift, arch. And then you're going to look down, final downward facing dog. Notice how it compares to that first one, right? Feel how much more room as you span the fingers. And then you're going to look forward, come through to seated. So you can jump your feet, you can just sit down. You made it. Uh-oh, Facebook lost the connection. We'll see if it can come back. All right, extend the legs forward, staff pose. So toes come together, feet are flexed. Inhale, arms reach. Hinge forward. You can reach for the feet. If you've got your strap nearby, you can hook it around your toes. And just closing everything in. Melt. Good. And then slowly come up. We'll do one boat pose, one Navasana. So bend your knees. You can bring your hands behind your thighs, lean back just a little bit, and then float your shins parallel to the ground. Extend your arms, lift your heart. You can extend the legs straight. You can also reach your arms up. For 3, little bit of shaking is good. Lift higher, 2, and 1. Feet plant down, hug yourself, melt the forehead. And then from here, we're going to make our way onto our backs. You can extend the legs forward. You can reach your arms forward. And slowly let the spine come all the way down. Take a glimpse of Shavasana as we prepare our last 2 poses. You're going to bend your knees. So option bridge or full wheel. Okay, so you can lift those hips, you could lace your fingers. If you lace, bring your right and left shoulder close to each other, push into the blades of the hand, lifting the hips. Full wheel, hands will come in line with your ears. You come to the crown of the head as you bend elbows. Pushing into the hands, straightening the arms, lifting up. Either way, think of a block between your knees, that you're not just drawing towards each other, but also forward. When you're ready to release, always tuck the chin to save that neck from getting injured. And then give yourself a hug. Draw the shins, elbows around. Curl up into a little teeny ball. I'll give you a minute here for inversion, for you to get to float up in that tripod headstand. If you're on ladies' holiday, you can just chill with your legs up the wall. If you want to come into shoulder stand, lifting up, you can have your hands to support that low back. You could play too in shoulder stand. It's kind of fun to do your eagle or your Badakanasana, straddle. You can do your plow or ear pressure, reaching back for the ankles. Just keep the neck neutral here. Give you about 30 more seconds. You could always bring your mat to a wall if you're practicing your handstand or forearm balance. And then we're going to close with some gentle spinal twists. So finishing up. And then we're going to meet in a conscious resting pose. So the knees are bent and the feet are on the earth. And this way your low back can kind of feel supported. As you bring left hand to heart, right hand on belly, just take a gratitude moment. You've done a really good job. And then hug the knees in. Let's cross our left knee over our right. Open the arms like an airplane. And then let your knees come up towards that right forearm. You can even put the right hand on the left thigh. Let the left shoulder head melt as you turn your head to the left. So just wringing out. Last bit. Letting the breath come to more of a natural state. Soft smile on the lips. This is you at your truest self, and sometimes we get distracted and we add on necessary layers. But you deserve to feel this clarity. To release, the head will come to center, the right arm releases, the knees come in. You can unravel them. Open your feet as wide as your mat. Let your knees come in towards each other. You can grab opposite elbows overhead. Just take a moment here to neutralize. Good, and then take the knees in. This time the right will cross over the left. Again, arms open out. Sometimes I like to put the left foot down and scooch the hips to the right. So that way when the knees fall to the left, it's a little deeper sensation. The left hand can come on top of the right thigh, and then this right shoulder head melts down as you turn your head to the right. Slowly let the head through center, then the knees follow. This time the soles of the feet will come together. You can place them on the ground as the knees stay open. Supta Badakanasana. So you could do the hands on heart and belly. You could reach your arms overhead, let your fingers gently touch. You create this infinity, this butterfly shape. And here I want you to soften the areas around your eyes. Let the eyes roll back into the socket. Soften the cheekbones and the jaw. Part your lips and relax your tongue. Soften the neck and your shoulders, your arms, fingers. Soften through the spine and torso, down through the hips. Soften through the legs, down to the very bottoms of your feet and toes. You can stay as long as you wish as you're ready to enter final relaxation. Extending the legs. Take up a little space today. Let the arms come down by your side. Nice and wide so nothing touches the torso. And just soak in the benefits of the practice. For some of you, this will be the only time you hit the pause button today. You could stay in Shavasana a little longer if time permits. If you're ready to reawaken, start with the fingers and the toes, but just bringing a little wiggle. You can even turn your head side to side. Maybe blink the eyes open just for a moment and close them again so you can realize that the world continues to move around you as you find stillness. Draw the knees in, little rock side to side. Come to your fetal pose, extending right arm like a pillow. And then come up to seated. The eyes stay soft, so the journey that you just had stays within you as you bring hands to heart center. Bowing chin to fingertips, reflecting back to your intention, your dedication. And my reminder for you is that in any situation, you can look for the bad, the drama, the scoop. Or you can look for the beauty, the lessons, and the good. So choose the good. Thank you for showing up, for joining me, for making this experience the exact way it was. And until we meet again, we say namaste.